right, folks. How you doing? This is Russ Ramus, and we are here with you, myself, William Rhodes, on this Sunday afternoon. And we want to thank you for being patient. What I had to do is kind of re-cue the program because we tried to come on, and all of a sudden we had a little technical problem, which does happen. I want to welcome William. William, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good. We're back in shape here, man, which is good. And I'm excited because I just wanted to have you come back and get the opportunity to show everybody that you had a studio, and being able to do what we're doing today. We're gonna take a little trip into your studio and let me know where we're going again. I know it's in California, right?
San Francisco, California.
San Francisco, California, where you and your wife live, and here's you're sitting in your studio right now. We got some really good footage, and by the way, I want to say she did help you film this. We got to give Nicole credit right off the bat, right? We can't slip by without that. But you attended this Baltimore School of Arts. You received a BA in furniture building and design from the University of Arts in Philadelphia, MFA from the University of Massachusetts in Dartmouth. That's where I met you. Got to see you in real time in downtown New Bedford in the old USM building. It was really good stuff, man. You did a great job. It was nice seeing you go to work. And look, all these years later, today I'm going to get to see you work with your hands again. That's really good. Your work has also appeared in museums, and it's also appeared in the Smithsonian, which I'm going to talk about more later when we come back because we're going to run some video. But I want to know about that experience of being in the Smithsonian. You went to the Smithsonian Museum of Afro-American History and Culture, and that's a new building along next to the Smithsonian with all the great historical stuff that they have there. And you dedicate a lot of your time in your art, and you collaborated with senior centers in San Francisco. I saw some of that footage. That was amazing. We'll have to run that again sometime, and how you get to interact with them and show them, how to do this art. And we need to know more about that. But that was in the centers. San Francisco Center, and also you've been to South Africa. You did something on Mandela with the kids. You have all the footage for this. We're gonna have to come back and share this later. You're so diverse. You've been so many places, so inclusive with a lot of places you've gone. You've been to Italy. You've been to Egypt. I like when you went to Italy. There was such a beautiful place you showed you stayed at, and you're currently working with the intergenerational art director in the senior services. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we'll see what's going on, and we'll see what this studio is all about. Okay, here we go.
Sounds good.
Let's add it to the screen.
Hello, my name is William Rhodes. Welcome to my art studio. I'm going to walk you through some of the steps with my creation process. The first step, I like to actually do drawings directly on my piece of wood. So this is going to be a sculpture neon piece. This is an Afro pick, which will have neon added to it.
It's not going on Facebook. That's what it is.
And so my first step, I'm actually going to cut it out. So I like to start where I actually get my electric jigsaw and cut out a section of it. So I just follow the lines as I cut. one section that I cut. I would continue this whole process, cut this entire piece out, and then I would go to my second step.
That's incredible, man. Let's go to the next video and check that out. We're gonna add that to it. That's amazing that you
So I
here
actually
we
cut
go.
out some of the pieces just to show you. I still have certain sections that I still need to cut out. So I have to go back and cut out the teeth, which is the center sections, and also cut out this bird shape, which is going to be in the center. Once everything is cut out, then I use my right angle grinder. This grinder I've used for a variety of things, from actually carving, and sometimes I use it to actually smooth edges. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration on how I actually can use it to smooth and round the edges in my piece.
That's incredible. Let's go ahead and take another look at this next part that you're about to do.
So this is an example of what that piece will look like. As you can see, I actually did the rounded edges, I actually did painting on it, and I actually added the neon. So this is pretty much a rough draft of what the whole process would be when I actually create pieces. And one of the main ingredients, I actually added neon to the piece. So you could even see that there are neon elements that I actually had added to the final piece. Thank you.
All right. That's great, William. That's great. We get another one in there, right? Nope, that's the last one, right? So tell me more about this. This is some really great stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, hold on one second. All right. So tell me more about this.
So I just wanted to walk you guys through just a very rough draft of what it's like. Obviously, the finished piece looked different than the piece I was carving, but I just want to give you a rough idea of what the process is. So as you can see, it's not a quick process. You know, it starts off with a lot of hand work with cutting out the pieces, and then I go back in and actually sand things down. So it just shows you that it's stages that the piece goes through before I actually finish with some of my finished sculptures. But one of the main ingredients is I like to draw directly either on the wood, and sometimes I'll even do sketches. So I may take a piece of paper or take something and just do a sketch at first, and then actually work it out in my head, and then actually transfer that directly onto the piece of wood before I cut it out.
Mhm.
And you guys saw it. That's my studio. So I have really everything kind of in there. I have another section of my studio where it's more like my show area where I hang my finished work. But that's pretty much what I do. You know, I just keep that kind of going. And one thing, I may do a variety of pieces all at the same time. So I just showed you guys how I cut out and did that wood sculpture, but I may have drawings going on at the same time. I may have some other pieces that are happening, other sculptures, and I kind of go between all of them. So and I may have 4 pieces that I'm working on all at the same time, but I just jump back and forth, get to one point, stop, go to another piece, stop, go to another piece. And it helps me it gives me inspiration to complete all of them by moving to all of these different pieces.
Right. And when you started UMass years ago, how did you know this is what you wanted to do?
You know what? I did when I first started school, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. That's a great question. You know, I knew my family, they said, if we support you as an artist, but you got to figure out a way to make money. So all of a
Hmm.
sudden a light bulb went off in my head. And I had to start taking this thing seriously. So I first went in as an industrial designer because I knew back then the two areas that brought a lot of money were the were the areas of industrial design, which is like product design, and also in the area of architecture. So I started to really continue to do that. And as I continued to do that, I realized it wasn't a good thing for me, industrial design. I didn't really like it. So I just kept continuing to try to figure out what I wanted to do.